lost a place to live. Like I didn't have anywhere to live. I didn't have my family anymore. I had to um, step back from that relationships, and I didn't have any money. I've lost everything basically that kept me safe. And you can just imagine, like I wasn't thinking clear. I wasn't very, what do you say, like excited waking up and doing business and getting to work and all this. Like I had no excitement. I was just blank, honestly. I wasn't nothing else but blank and empty, basically. And my mentor tells me I'm going to London. I'm speaking at an event because at that point I was in another community. I had a different mentor and it was a different platform. But he told me he's going to speak on stage at an event in London. We should come, me and Liana. And I said, yeah, let's go. Honestly, I just need to get out of here. Like I need to get out of my own way. Let's just do something. I didn't go to learn. I didn't go to evolve. I didn't go for any of this. I was just empty and I said, let's just go. Why not? And I used money that I basically didn't have to go. And um when we had booked our tickets, we booked the hotel and everything, we're ready to go. Basically, we find out that there is an affiliate locker room training a day before. So that meant more money, reschedule flight, another day of expenses, all of this. And you can just imagine, like I had like what, 70 pounds to my name at that point. Like it wasn't possible if I just looked at my bank account. And my mind just said, no, there's no point. There is no point of like rescheduling. It was more like I can't be asked than anything else. But that's also the importance of having the right people around you. Because I cut out everyone that was bad for me. And I had one person basically left in my life, and that was Liana. And she said, there is no way you're missing this event. There's no way we're missing any part of this event. And she told me afterwards, she was just speaking to me. Like when I was like, no, no, we can't go. She was just speaking to herself and saying, talking to me in her head, saying, like, yeah, 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 you say whatever you want. We're gonna get there anyways. Like she had already made up her mind. We're going. And like, yeah, we went, honestly. We went, obviously. So we went to this event, and guys, when I tell you that I do not want to know where I would have been today if I did not go and if I missed that first day. Because that was the day that I sat down and had a conversation that wasn't planned, that I had no idea of. I didn't know this person would even be at this event. And that conversation changed everything in my life, everything in me, everything in my life. I came there empty, with nothing, felt no hope whatsoever. I had no power left in me, honestly. Um, and I left filled with gratitude, filled with belief, filled with happiness. I have no idea why I was happy, but I was happy, and there was no place for anything else. And since then, I have woken up every day literally with gratitude and faith. And it sounds, for someone who hasn't experienced this, you might not understand and you might think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I'm really, really not. Like I said to Leon as well after that conversation, that something happened in me. It was like a warmth just came over me after that conversation, and I just felt inspired. And since then, I haven't lost that inspiration, basically. Like I haven't lost that. Like the person you guys see today, the person like you speak to today when you speak to me, that person like was born that day, not before. The person before that is left behind. She doesn't exist anymore. And it wasn't just the information at the events, it wasn't the journey itself, it was a conversation that I had no idea was going to happen with a person I had no idea I needed to talk to. So I couldn't have seen this coming. I couldn't have planned this. I just needed to be at that event, even though everything was falling apart and everything in the universe, let's just say, was trying to keep me from going. I went because I wanted the success for myself so much, and because I was surrounded with people that wanted success for me so much. I went to this event and I left like a whole new person. And until this day, I live off of that event. I live off of the information there. I wouldn't be in Mastermind and in GFU right now if I didn't go to that event. That's the first time I met Sammy, for example. I actually walked the stage with some people here, Rio, for example, without knowing he existed. But um, it's just alignment, guys. And if you don't come to this event, this is you saying no to this possibly happening to you too. And I just want you guys to understand that. But I'm not going to speak for longer. I hope you got my point. I hope you kind of understand what events can do for you and what you are willing to miss if you say no to this event, if you don't show up to this event. And I'm talking about both of them, both the affiliate mastermind and the actual event itself. Because again, you never know what you need or when it's going to happen. You just know that you need to be there or it won't happen for sure. But we do have another one that's gonna speak to you about a very inspiring story about what events has done for them. And I'm so honored to be working with this person, honestly. I've never seen anyone work so hard and searching no cred for it, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's correct English, but basically always putting in the work, always putting in the work for other people and never, ever asking for anything in return or even trying to be seen for the work she's doing. She will stay up all night if that helps her team, and everything she does is for her team. She thrives through her team's success, which is beautiful to see. And it's just a blessing working alongside someone who has this pure intentions within this business. And I work so close with this person that I see the obsession she has in succeeding and making people succeed. So I know that it's completely and fully, truly, what do you say, unavoidable and inevitable, big words, for her to not see huge, huge success in this industry. And if you're working with this person, you're blessed. And if you let her help you, your success will also be inevitable. So please just listen to what she has to say now, take it in, and yeah, I'll leave the word to Liana. And can someone please unmute her because I'm not sure if she can do that herself. But yeah, Liana, take the word if you can.
Thank you so much, Savannah. Thank you so, so much. Can everyone just put a thank you in the chat? Because it was actually Savannah that introduced this industry to me. So I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So I'm so, so thankful for you, Savannah. And also, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for events. So I'm going to speak a little bit about what events has done for me, but also quickly introduce myself and also explain why I even said yes to Savannah in the first place. Because I've been in this industry now for almost 2 years, almost 2 years. And why I started, when I started, I was a full-time university student. So I was studying. I also had a part-time job. So I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have a lot of time or energy, but I still said yes to Savannah because I think someone here can relate to it. But I always felt that I was meant for more. It's a feeling that is hard to explain, but I think someone here can relate to. You just feel like you're meant for more. And this was a feeling that I always had. So I understand that because I feel like I was meant for more, I was understood I have to do more. So when someone introduced this to me, I said yes. But what you guys should know is that I had no money. I was so, so broke. I had traveled away all my money. And also said yes because yeah, obviously I felt like I was meant for more. I wanted more, but I also was so tired of not living the life that I wanted to live. So the life that I wanted to live was traveling around. I wanted to travel more. I wanted to have freedom. I wanted to be able to help my family. But I understood that even though I had a part-time job, the job wouldn't give me any freedom. I had like my studies wouldn't help me get freedom or help my family. So I needed something else. So I said yes. Okay. I said yes, not without any previous experience. Okay. So when I started, there was gonna be a London gala, like a big, big event in London, 2, 3 weeks after I started, after I joined. Guys, when I heard this, no one had to tell me why I should want to be in a room with people that make 6, 7 figures every single month. No one had to do this kind of calls explaining why we should want to be there. No one asked if I wanted to come. I said, Savannah, I want to go to the London Gala, but I have school. I had like a test, and I had work. And she said, call in sick. And I remember thinking, oh my God, that's so smart. Because in my head, I always worked so hard. So calling in sick was not even like, it didn't even, how to say it? I didn't even think about it. So I called in sick when I come to school. I was saying that I couldn't come. And then to my job, I said, I was honest. I said, I can't, I have somewhere more important to be. I can't come to work. And I was thinking like, if they want to fire me because I'm going to something that actually can help me get to the life that I want to live, actually help my family, help my reason why, help me get back my freedom, they can fire me. So I know so many of you guys, maybe you have work, and I'm telling you, it is so worth it to skip a day to be in this kind of room. Because when I went to the London Gala, okay, yeah, wait. Okay, I didn't go to school. I skipped the job, and something that was even worse was that I didn't have the money to go to London. Like I had never been this broke that I was during this period. And it was so embarrassing because I was 23 when the London Gala was. I had to go to my mom and borrow money from my mom at 20, like 23 years old. That's embarrassing because I started working when I was 15, 16. I was always the person that like in my friend group, I was the one that started working first because I never wanted to be in a situation where I had to ask for money from my parents. But I asked for money, and I had to ask money for flights, hotels. And the London Gala ticket was not 20, 25 pounds. I think it was like 150 pounds or 200 pounds. I just told her, like, I need to borrow money. I need to be in this room and everything will make sense. So I went to the London Gala. Guys, when I tell you, until this day, I look back at the London Gala because I can't explain, like, it did so much to me being in a room where people looked like me, seeing people looking like me, having success, being in a room full of successful people, like-minded people. Because obviously, when we say yes to this opportunity, we already have so many people doubting us. Like I remember when I started, I was like, "Oh my God, everyone needs to know about this. This is so good." So I was telling my friends, I was telling my family, everyone I knew, I was telling about this opportunity. What people responded was, "You are you sure it's not a scam? Be careful, pyramid scheme. You've been brainwashed." They said I've been brainwashed. So obviously it put doubts in my head. But going to this kind of rooms, being at this kind of events is so important because that helped me overcome the disbelief, the negative thoughts. Yeah, it's so important. Like imagine it was almost 2 years ago. Still until this day, I look back at the London Gala because it had such as like a huge effect on me. But after the London Gala, obviously I also had life coming in between. I was always not, I can't say focused, to be honest. I was always thinking about the business. I was putting not really, like I was putting in the work, but I wasn't consistent. So I struggled for 1.5 years. I struggled for 1.5 years, but I wasn't in Gifu. I was like Savannah, we were in another community. We wasn't in mastermind. We didn't have House of Riches. We didn't have what you guys have now. So what I did when I started in Gifu, when I started the mastermind, um, yeah, like when I started, there was gonna be a big event, like a convention. So that's a convention is like you have an event it was event 3 days in a row. Okay. When I heard that, same there, no one has to say, Diana, you have to come. I was like, Samana, we're going. And we didn't like we were still struggling with money, to be honest. But I was like, yeah, we're going. So we went to the Munich event. It was so good. Like the event was good, but it wasn't the event that changed everything for me. I would say that event helped me create urgency because I was putting in the work, but I didn't have the urgency. So the conversations that I had there helped me gave me the urgency. Like I had a big reason why, but that helped me make my why to a why now. Like why now? That's why I keep showing up every single day because of the conversations that I had at this event, and also helped me give it gave me so much belief because I was a 700, so I didn't really have a team, but I had 3 people flying all the way from Sweden by themselves coming to this convention and seeing how it affected them, seeing that they now also see the vision, seeing how much that did for them gave me so much belief that, okay, I can actually help people in Sweden. I can actually, there's other people that will see the vision that I see, if that makes sense. But I'm not going to speak for so much more. But guys, it is so important to go to this kind of events. It's 20 pounds, 25 pounds. That's nothing. People are flying. We have so many people from Sweden. They don't have money to come. It's like it's actually expensive for us to come to the UK, but they're coming. They're booking flights, tickets, they're borrowing money. They're doing everything they can, because even though they can't afford coming to the event, they can't afford missing it either. Yeah. Because all of us that are going to the event, like all of us that are in this industry, we have big goals. And with big goals comes big emotions, like both positive and negative. And to overcome the negative emotions, it would be so much easier knowing that there's other people that are like-minded. And it is so, this business is so simple. It's so simple. You just have to find someone that has the results that you want, study them, and then do exactly what they are doing. And it's so much easier studying someone in real life where you can ask questions and hear directly from them. Um, and I'm telling you also, everyone that comes to the event will rank up much quicker than the people that don't. Everyone that comes to the event will rank up much quicker than the people that doesn't show up to this event, guys. So I'm just gonna leave you with this. 2 years later, I'm now living my dream life. My dream life is now my reality because I showed up to events. Yeah. But I'm gonna leave it to someone else, because obviously there's other people that are gonna speak, very special people that are gonna speak today. And I'm gonna leave the word now to a special individual. He was a former professional football player, and he started within the trading space in 2020, no, 2018. He's an elite in the business, helping hundreds worldwide build an income through trading and network marketing. So, Malando, whenever you're ready, just feel free to take over.
Amazing, amazing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you guys see me? Just put one in the chat, please. Just put one in the chat box so you can see me, you can hear me. Oh my God. You know what's crazy? Deep in but the event we first went to was actually £250 plus. And for you guys to come to an event which is only £22 is actually insane. But oh my God, I didn't even realize Liana Savannah was at the London Gala for where I first actually started myself when I started in this space. But no, that was absolutely amazing. I appreciate your segment there as well, Liana. A lot of clarity, lot of value to you guys to understand exactly why you need to be there too. But yeah, cool. So my experience when I first got to this space, obviously, like Leona said, I started in trade in 2018. I was living abroad in Asia at the time. Appreciate Archie. I was starting playing football at the time when I first got into a trading space. Never knew what to expect. Tried it a lot like you guys. Fast forward a couple of years, I got back into it again. A close friend of mine obviously shared information once more. It was around November the 25th, 2023, when I first started in this industry, in this space, within this community. Like many of you others who started, getting more clarity exactly what it is and obviously how it can benefit you. A lot of us on this call making money from the products itself. And I see getting more clarity as to what this opportunity is, let alone the community itself. Right. So if you guys never asked the question, why you haven't got your ticket yet, definitely this call will give you a lot more clarity and understanding as to why you need to be there, right? All the individuals, though, mostly who spoke so far, been at every single event, and it's no surprise as to why they're in the position they are, let alone living the lifestyle in which they actually want, right? The people you're connected with in the business have people I connect in the business has expanded my vision a lot more as to not only spiritually, professionally, but many of us share the same faith and over time, we became a family. Started traveling. When I first started, I came to the London event as well. Within 2, 3 weeks, when I actually started in this space, had no excuse. Upline said over and over again as to why you need to be there. I made sure I was there. Got started at the time. It was around £150 to get started on the platform. The event was around 250. I got a tux. Let me actually even share my screen. I'll show you exactly how I'm gonna show you exactly how it looked at the gala as well, just so you guys can get a little more clarity. Let's put one in the chat. You guys can see this real quick. Let's put one in the chat. You guys can see this. I just put a little two pictures next to each other. That's myself, and I know you guys know the individual on the right side. Back when we had short dreads, now the dreads are long. You know what I mean? On the right side, This is pretty much, I think there was a break within the event where I took a little picture showing you guys clarity. I took this picture pretty much mostly just to have a reminder as to where we started, being around an environment with people which make silly money. And that wasn't really just the motivation for myself. To be honest, I grew up around people, wealthy checks, professional footballers, etc. So the money wasn't the biggest factor, but being around people who had a similar mindset, let alone look to achieve a lot more in a space and impacting people at the same time, right? So I want you guys to really take in consideration, understanding that when it comes down to events, let me just drop share, come back. When it comes down to events, it's mostly proximity you want to be referring to, right? If you guys not around the right people, which you are actually benefiting you in a bigger way, proximity is everything, right? It's going to give you more clarity as to why you're here, right? Everything's online majority of the time, but building that close proximity and actually connections in person will make very much a big difference, right? I'm sure you guys have all heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So please allow yourself to be around people like-minded and actually want to help you grow at the same time, right? Learning in real time also. I know you guys know that, Mr. John Oliver himself is flying over from Arizona. Just put a free in the chat box if you guys are excited to see and hear Mr. John Oliver in person explaining a lot more exactly how this industry works, let alone the skill set of what we're all utilizing up until this far, right? So being able to actually ask questions, like my biggest benefit as well, let alone being in a room with these individuals, is actually having a proximity and asking questions with these individuals, right? So please make sure you're there. As Silver said, peopleicious, that saying is going to keep in my head all until many, many years, I'm sure, right? Please understand as well, guys, this is a time for you to make a decision for what you really want in your situation, right? If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and you no longer want to be sick and tired, you need to start making decisions which can allow you to actually thrive and put yourself in positions to actually live the lifestyle which you want, right? I myself was working part-time when I actually got started in space. Literally less than a year later, I was able to quit my job, right? I haven't worked a job in literally nearly a year's time, actually a year's time from this date actually, right? So if you guys want to actually be able to quit your job to put yourself in a much more financial position, travel more, another thing as well when it comes to the platform, not only are we obviously making money together, we have events abroad where in which you can actually experience traveling at the same time while still getting paid, right? One of my first events we went to was actually in Vegas. I had never been Vegas before for one, and for two, I never actually traveled through America, right? So having the opportunity to be with like-minded individuals, still making money and actually getting more and more exposed to what this industry is and how it can genuinely benefit you has allowed me to be the position I am today to not only be to impact myself, but many people within my, let's say, my network, many people, family, friends, etc., let alone impacting people, which is in my organization to this day, right? We're only just getting started. The goal is much bigger than you guys can see so far. We're growing very much intentionally. So please understand that you have a part to play with this. And even more so, start thinking who around you can you benefit? Because you come to the event, yes, it's your very much your big intention to see and get more clarity for you. But understand each person speaking on this call today has been able to impact hundreds of other people at the same time, right? So I want you guys to ask yourself as well, is there someone in your life that you want to retire? Right? What if the clarity you've been waiting for is one handshake away? Right? What if the moment that changes everything isn't online, it's in a room with people who actually want to impact the world, right? One thing, and also I want to ask you guys a question. It's not a trick question, so please do answer. What's the one thing in this world that we are all promised? Let me know. All right, cool, cool. Y'all get it then, huh? Right. So if we are all promised to die one of these days, sad reality, then how are you gonna allow yourself to have any more excuses not to be somewhere which can genuinely change your situation? Right? Not only just yours, but other people around you. Like Leona said, she she didn't give no excuses. She made sure she was there, and now she's living a lifestyle which she wants, like many others on this call. Right. So please, guys, take this call really and truly and start actually making an action to make what you want, make the lifestyle which you want, and actually be at this event. Not only for we got our free trial, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? We also have an affiliate event. So all the affiliates on this call, everyone who's actually sharing the opportunity as of right now, make sure you at the event on Thursday. That's also an event, right? Saturday, we have the London event. Even myself, I was actually traveling this year in February, actually no, March. We had an actual event in London. I was meant to be away for 3 weeks in Jamaica at the time. I shortened my stay to only 9 days and came back just to make sure I was at that event. I paid more money to be at that event, and it's a lot more than £20 or £22, right? For the price of you guys coming to this event, it's very much cheap. You have no excuse, right? But the decision is definitely yours. We're just here to give you guys as much clarity as to how it can benefit you. So please don't waste any more time because the tickets will sell out, right? But that's my piece done. I appreciate you guys also on the call. Hope that gave you guys a lot more clarity as to why you should be there. But without further ado, I'm gonna introduce the one, the only Guru Sami, as I call her. I don't know if you guys call her that self, but this individual I've known ever since I started this platform. I definitely commend her for all the hard work she does. An individual who's gone through a lot for one, an individual who works her ass off every single day, gives you guys as much clarity, value as to why, even outside the actual trading space, but spiritually, I help you guys understand a lot more as to why you need to, allow yourself to evolve to be and put yourself in the best actual position possible. This individual, I know you guys know, I know you guys see her on the morning calls, but please go ahead and give a warm welcome to Miss Guri Sami. I don't know where she is. I need to pin her. Just put some Sammys in the chat for Miss Guru Sami, and she can take over the call. The amazing, the one and only.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
I'm gonna pin calling on pin.
We good? Cool.
Yeah,
Amazing. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Are we all good? Just drop a one. Let's just move all the technicals out of the way. Amazing, amazing. Appreciate you guys. What a lovely edification. What a lovely beginning of the call. We absolutely appreciate every single one of you that has spoken so far, that is giving clarity in terms of what it is that we are currently preparing for. I am absolutely so excited for the next week that is coming up, because it can genuinely change all of our situations. It can change all of our lives, and it can really change the trajectory of the rest of the year. And I want you guys to really understand, and I just want to be completely honest with you guys. You guys have probably been on calls. You have seen success stories. You have scrolled through highlights. You have seen stories. And I want you guys to understand that belief is not built on Zoom calls. It's not built on calls. Belief is built in rooms around real people, around real energy, and actually being around the people that have the results that you want. And what this team really, really struggles with, and what our biggest challenge is really understanding and believing that we can actually be what we want to be, and believe that we can be who we want to be. That is our biggest challenge. That is our biggest challenge, and events is going to change that for you. I really want you guys to understand that you're going to be able to hear some people's stories. You're going to be able to actually meet people, have conversations, and literally, just like Savannah said, where she literally had a conversation that has changed her whole experience. Understand that the power of a conversation can change your whole experience here. This is not we don't get any money from this, guys. I want you guys to completely understand. We don't get any money from this. Okay, we don't get paid for this, but we understand what it takes for you guys to win. It is our jobs to help you guys win, to help you guys and put you guys in the best position possible for you to be able to be successful here. So if we tell you guys events, it's where it's at, I don't see as to why everyone has not got their ticket. There is people coming from Netherlands. There are people coming from Sweden. People are coming from America. And there's people up the road that have not got their ticket yet. I don't want you guys, because this is the thing. There are people in this team that are winning, and there's people in this team that are watching people win. Please do not be the person that is watching people win and you have that mentality of that's nice, that looks nice. Because if you have that mentality of that looks nice, but you can be a part of it, then I want you guys to understand that this event can really change that for you. You can stop being someone that is watching on the sidelines, and you can actually be someone that is actually a part of what it is that we are doing here. And this isn't just some motivational speech or anything like that. I do get into my little phases, but this is not no motivational speech, and it's not to motivate you guys, but for you guys to fully understand that the most successful people in this profession, in this industry, all have one thing in common. They show up consistently, they don't make any excuses, and they are in rooms surrounded by the people that have the results that they want. Okay, and I want you guys to understand that if you have been in this, no matter, even if you started yesterday, okay, well, welcome. Okay, welcome. I don't think you understood what you signed up for, but welcome. Okay, if you want to win here, guys, Christmas is 2 months away. If you want to set the tone for the next year, 2026, and you want to have a good Christmas, and you don't want to be the person that is watching on the sidelines, I would be in this room. I would be in this room because you don't believe. And you can sit there and you can tell me that you believe that you can be the version of you that you want to be. That sounds great. But if you believed, then you would be that person. So if you want to hit 6 figures, if you want to change generations after you, and this might sound bigger than what it is, but I promise you guys, events change lives. It has changed my life. If I didn't show up to events, I probably would have given up a long time ago, because there's been multiple times where I've shown up at events and I've seen someone on the stage that has experienced something similar to me, and I've seen a version of me on that stage. And it made it seem possible for me. And even that alone is priceless. That £20 does paying for that feeling is just, it's unexplainable. One weekend at an event can do 6 months of guessing and 6 months of figuring it out. You're going to be able to listen to millionaires, actual millionaires. There are going to be multiple millionaires in the room. And I can guarantee you, after this event, you're going to leave that room and you are going to be different. You're going to have clarity. You're going to have a fire inside of you. And it's because you were ready to receive it and you was ready to step into that version of you that you want to be, because that version of you that you want to be shows up. That version of you that you want to be, that makes that money, surrounds themselves with people that make that money. And you're representing more than just yourself. You're representing your goals. You're representing your dreams. This is an event that is genuinely going to change your life. I'm sorry, but if Sweden can show up in the room, no one has any excuses. Because if you're serious about making this opportunity work for you, then you're going to start acting like it. You're going to start acting like it. So with that being said, I don't want to throw you guys with loads of motivation and amp you up and all of these things, because that's not what we're trying to do here. But I want you guys to fully understand the importance of this. But what I also want to do, because I know there's a lot of people in this call that want to actually share this opportunity with their friends, with their family. A lot of people, they guess what we do here. Guys, when I first started this business, I was laughed at. I was laughed at. When I first started this business, I was laughed at, okay? And I have the urgency to say who's laughing now, but let me just be humble. Okay, let me just be humble. But understand that I was laughed at. Amelia said it, I didn't say it. But understand, guys, people are going to second guess what you do here. People are going to call it a scam. People are going to question you. People are going to say you're a part of this and you're a part of that and you're a part of this and you're a part of that. This next week, we have the opportunity to prove people wrong. We have Monday, we have Tuesday, and we have Wednesday, where we're going to be doing live sessions. I know Josh is going to be going through it all, but I want you guys to understand we have an opportunity to prove people wrong. And one of my favorite things is to prove people wrong. I want you to underestimate me. I want you to underestimate me. Underestimate me. Laugh. It's going to give me the fire that I need to prove you wrong. So next week, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, where we're going to have a free trial, guys. And we're going to be showing people exactly how they could make money with us, okay? And then it's going to be followed by the event. So if people are skeptical, let them invite. Look, listen, come over here. You don't have to do nothing. I just want you to plug in. I just want you to be plugged in and just experience this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly share my screen because I know there's a lot of people on this call that want to invite people, that want to send it out to people. So this is what I'm personally doing that is currently working for me. And this is how I'm playing it. Sorry about that. Cool. So what I'm doing is this is the message that I'm sending people. Okay, this is the message that I'm sending people. Let me just present it. So what I'm sending to people is, hey, I hope you're doing well. Make sure you say their name. Hey, name, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to invite you to a 3-day free trial I'm hosting where you can experience making money from your phone completely free with no commitment. Let me know if you want more info. They're going to say yes. Okay. Amazing. Send me your number and your full name, and I'm going to send you all the information on WhatsApp. What we have done, guys, we have made this completely easy for you. What we have done, we have created a welcome message. So please ask your 2K and above. They have a welcome message that we have created that is a step-by-step. I have created an onboarding video that shows them exactly how to get set up, exactly what to expect, and it's all attached to the welcome message. And the welcome gives them a step-by-step on how to set up, how to create everything that they need to create, how to join all the group chats and everything like that. And then we're going to have all the calls that are going to help them. So please, 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 we are doing everything we can to make sure that this is as smooth as possible, as easy as possible. And all you guys have to do is literally just fill up the free group chat. Every single one of you should be in the free group chat, okay? Every single one of you should be in that free group chat. We are going to blow up this free group chat. The goal is to have at least 200 people. I just said that number off the bat. Maybe Josh wants to aim higher, but 200 people in this free trial group chat. 500. How did I know? 500 in this free group chat. We have until Sunday to fill it up. And I think, just let me know, guys, because they don't know what House of Riches is really capable of. Do we think if we can drop a 500 in the chat box, if we think we can really fill up that chat with 500 people, let me know. Let me know. Just everyone on here needs to just get 2 people in there. 2 people. That's it. It's not that bad. It's not that hard. Okay. So as long as you do your part, this is going to be something that is really going to change the game. It's really going to go crazy. We're going to help so many people during this next week, and we're really going to change lives. So with that being said, guys, that is my bit completely done. I hope you guys got a screenshot of this. I will send it in the group chats. We will be sending all the links into the group chats as well for you guys to join it. But with that being said, I have the privilege of passing it on to the man, the legend, the person that started it all, and the reason as to why I even show up at events. The biggest accountability person, the greatest leader that we all know, and someone that is so humble and such a great leader, such a selfless person. Like, I have genuinely seen this person. I've worked with him for the last 5 years, guys, and I have genuinely seen this person work relentlessly to help this business, to help every single person here be able to be a better version of themselves, to be able to be successful, to be able to help their situation. And he's only done that because he's done that for himself as well. He knows exactly what it takes to get to the version of himself that he needs to be. And he literally is doing that for all of us. I've seen him sacrifice so much money to help other people, so much time to help other people. So it is not gone lightly when we say that we absolutely appreciate you. So please just drop some fire emojis in the chat box. We love you, we appreciate you, and all yours.
Beautiful. Guys, can you hear me? Just drop a 111 in the chat box if you guys can hear me. Wow, we have some incredible leaders. I think every single time when we have an event or we have something like this, we realize that we actually have the Avengers, right? We have the Avengers. We have the Power Rangers of the Mastermind Investment Group, right? So Savannah, Liana, Rio, Sammy, Melando, absolutely incredible guys. Let's just throw some love in the chat box for these guys because same as Sammy said, I've known Sammy for 5 years. Her growth has been incredible. I've known Melando for, we met at the gala, I think 2 weeks before the gala event. He paid, I think it was like £200. Imagine getting started. You've just paid £200 to sign up. And then 2 weeks later, you paid £200 to go to an event. And now he's making very, very good money from that. From that one decision he made, he's now making an income from that. Sammy's always just comes to events, right? She has to, she don't have a choice. And then Savannah and Liana, we didn't even know we was in the same room. I think there's a video where I actually shook Savannah's hand, and I didn't even know it was her. And now we're working together, and these guys are in Morocco or whatever country they're in every other week, right? So it's absolutely incredible what's going on right now. I'm very, very excited, man, for what's happening right now. I've actually been very, very busy today, and I want to shout out to the leaders again for actually making this happen. It's a very, very special day for me, guys. I was able to move into my new apartment, one that I've had on my goals for a long time. The start of the year, everyone that's been working with me, I said to myself, I said to you guys, look, write out 25 goals: mental, spiritual, financial, physical, and it's crazy how I found that exact picture on the whiteboard. So I did it on the whiteboard. I am so happy and grateful now that da da da. I'm so happy and grateful now da da da. And I'd say 75% of the goals on my whiteboard at the time are now completed. Um, and from my balcony, I can now see, right, which is quite scary. We used to do, like, when we first started, guys, we didn't pay for venues. We used to go to Starbucks, we used to go to a bench, we used to go to a park, anywhere that we could get a few people around and not get in trouble for. And from my balcony, I can now see where we used to do an event with 10 people. Like, we used to stand there out in the cold doing an event, and from my balcony, I can now see it. So it's always been, it's a full circle moment, literally. It's very, very, it's alignment, as Savannah said, and Liana, everyone else has said. It's definitely alignment, guys. But I obviously don't say that to boast. I say that to be inspired, guys, because 5 years ago, I could have never dreamed the life that I have today, and it's simply down to this industry. Those that was on the call that I did on Monday, right? I did a belief call, and you had information, you had people in your life, you had information, people in your life, what you listen to, and then you had life experiences. So coming to an event is the most important because you're having a life experience. Every single person on this call that's attended an event, you remember how you felt, you remember who you met, you remember the day, you remember the morning, you remember the evening, and you take that with you for life. So whether you come to the event, guys, and let's just say you don't take it seriously, you will still remember that event. Like, you will still remember how you felt at that event. So it's very, very important for you guys to be at that event. It's non-negotiable. If you're working with me directly and you're not at that, and you choose, because everyone has choices. No one on this course can say, I don't have a choice. Work, please don't use something that you're not going to be at your job long term. It's not a long-term goal. So don't use something that is short-term as to why you can't be somewhere that could help you long-term. This can help you long-term, but your job is short-term. So don't use your job. You've got a week. Call your manager. Say you are going to be sick. I am so happy and grateful now that I am calling in sick on the 18th of October. All right. That's how bad it is personally. But besides that, guys, we obviously have the event, the free trial. The reason why we've done this call is very, very spontaneous, but of course, we just want to get it out to you guys ASAP. We will be helping people make money, and it will be a perfect chain link for people to come to the event as well. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Just bear with me. Right. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Let me just share it. Cool. You guys can share my screen. So this is what we're going to be using. So you can take a screenshot of this. We'll also send it into the chat as well. All right. This is the main objective right now, guys, is the free trial. Okay. So the main objective is the free trial. Take a screenshot. This is going to be the agenda, the itinerary, right? So Sunday, 9 p.m., we will do a welcome call, and we will help people on board, whether it be with their demo account, give them an insight of what on earth is going on. Monday, I'll be trading live at 8 a.m., right? And then 1 p.m., Sammy will be going live as well. Tuesday, the same. Wednesday, the same. And then Wednesday evening, we will have an overview where we present the business, and obviously, hopefully, we have a great week where we can now onboard people and then obviously invite them to the event as well. All right. So take a screenshot. This is going to be the agenda. But what I need from you guys right now, guys, and this is how we're all humans on this call. Drop a 111 if you're a human. We haven't got no dogs, cats, aliens on this call, right? We're all humans. Just drop a 111 if we are human, right? We're all human. Fantastic, right? You don't know. Okay. Right. Therapy sessions, right? Cool. So if you're a human, guys, we tend to, and I find it common. I find it quite common with unsuccessful people, but also successful people. And what successful people do, and I did it unintentionally. Sometimes things are just meant to be. I did it unintentionally. I am very, very impulsive. And I found out that 95% of people that are successful are impulsive. Now, what do I mean by that? We can see how many people have clicked the link for the ticket. Now, what that means is that a lot of people that don't think successfully yet, they go onto the link and they don't do it now. Successful people do things now. The amount of times, guys, that people don't make a decision, they procrastinate, they think about it, they don't do it now, it goes into your category and it goes into the folder of so many things that you also haven't done. How many times I'm not gonna, I don't know you guys personally and what you guys do, but there's so many things, guys, that you should have done and you haven't still done it yet. Why? Because you didn't do it now. The common trait is when you're in bed. There's a 3-second rule that we have. As soon as you wake up, you've got 5 seconds or 3 seconds to get out of bed. Countdown, 3, 2, 1, get out of bed. You guys, we're going to send in the link now. If you don't purchase it now, guys, you are building the wrong successful habits. Success is about habits. If you're continuously not doing things now, you need to post your TikTok now. You need to jump on sessions now. You need to do it now. There's no time to wait and chill and whatever it is. Buy your ticket now, guys. It's not £200. And if you don't have £20, you need to be at that event. Like, it's not if you don't have £20, guys, I'll let you in for free if you ain't got £20. Message me. I genuinely don't have £20. I will pay your ticket. But we all have a job. Not everyone's full-time, so you definitely have a job, right? Charles, you make bread. Stop the cap. You make money, my brother, right? You made money, right? So you might as well buy 10 tickets, right? Buy 10 tickets and give them to your friends and family, right? But guys, go and buy your ticket right now. The link is in the chat. Successful people do things consistently. Do it now. You buy it now. You read the book now. You prospect now. Now. Okay, so please don't procrastinate, guys. I don't think there's much we can say. And like I said, this is not motivational. We're not your boss. We're not your managers, whatever it is. But if we as an organization are we're going to grow to the thousands. We're going to have multiple 6-figure earners. We can't have unsuccessful people thinking that not making a decision is okay. And if you choose to not make a decision, guys, to come to the event, you choose not to promote this free trial, what I'd recommend is going up and following with anyone you've ever spoken to. So affiliates on this call, if you've ever spoken to someone, everyone probably, if you've been in this business long enough, not even long enough, a week or two, you've probably spoken to someone that you've started this new thing. And they may have given you a negative response. It may have been a positive response. But if they haven't joined your business, it means they may need some evidence. All right. A free trial is a perfect scenario for them to have an experience without paying, right? For them to now want to do it. Okay. They're going to think, if I got this value in 3 days for not paying, imagine what I could get if I actually did pay. All right, guys. So with that being said, I don't think I have anything else to cover, but there's 81 of us on this call. If you haven't got your link, leaders, if you can send it into the group chat, on our group chat, guys. And once you have your ticket, guys, send a screenshot. Once you bought your ticket now, send a screenshot. Bring a friend, bring a family member, always bring a +1. What will happen is you'll come to this event. You won't bring anyone. I've done it many times when I first started because I didn't understand how successful people think, right? But I used to go to the event, had an amazing event, and then I'll come out of the event, I'm thinking, damn, I should have brought my friend. I should have brought her. I should have brought him. And now you have to wait X amount of months for someone to come to another event. Okay, guys? So I think that's it from me, Sammy. I don't have to cover anything else. All good. Beautiful, guys. So calm. If you're broke, you need to be at that event. Okay? You need to be at that event. That's your solution. If you're broke, you need to be at the event. Very, very simple. All right? And even more important, you need to get people on a free trial, which is free. It doesn't cost you to get people on a free trial. Okay? Cool, guys. We'll wrap it up there. I appreciate every single person. And I think we have our next call. I'll see you guys on Sunday on our first call of the trial. But God bless. God bless. The event is in, I think it's in SW. All right. So yeah, guys, I can't wait to meet you guys as well. This is not just an online business. You guys have seen my face and you've seen me on screens for how long now? Meet us in person, right? We're not pen pals, okay? Right? So let's get to the actual grind. Let's actually make some money, right? Happy residual day. And with that one, I'll leave it there. God bless.